Welcome all to our new yoga breathing workshop. Now, this workshop is very different from all the other classes that we've had before in the past. Because in the past, we've had stretching videos and we've had how to exercise videos, and all those are extremely important. But today's workshop is important for a very different reason. How so? Well, we'll start with asking the question, have you ever paid attention to your breathing rate? Have you ever paid attention to how long your breaths last? 5 seconds? 10 seconds? I know I've never paid attention to it until I've had this class. Our students haven't paid attention to it until after they participated in this class. Why is our rate of breathing relevant? Well, we know that when we begin exercising, our rate of breathing goes up. And we know that when you respond to a call, your rate of breathing goes up, right? It's your normal fight or flight response. Our body's prepared to confront whatever challenge that's ahead of us. Whether that challenge is a heavy barbell that we have to squat or deadlift, or that challenge is a patient who's not being compliant. But it's after that we're done with that challenge, whether a weight or a patient, that our rate of breathing should go down. Although it's expected, it's not always the case. Through observational studies, it's been observed in firefighters that after the conclusion of a call, you guys stay in a constant state of fight, even after the conclusion of a call. So your breathing rate stays elevated, along with cortisol levels and blood pressure. And why does this happen? Well, when we look into the nature of the profession, we can see why. Because on average, how many calls do you respond to per shift? Because on average, how many hours of sleep do you get per shift? And to combat the lack of sleep and that tired feeling, how many cups of coffee do you consume? How many energy drinks do you consume? Because in summary, you guys are high on stress, high on caffeine, low on sleep, and you guys are still expected to remain calm and to make the proper decisions to best carry out that call. But that's the nature of the job. You cannot choose how many calls you get to respond to. You cannot choose to ignore a call in favor of that extra hour of sleep. The job is a job. There are things you cannot control. But what you can control is how you can mitigate stress through your breath. There's a strong positive correlation between stress levels and your rate of breathing. Because the higher the stress, usually the higher the breathing rate. The lower the stress, the lower the breathing rate. And that's what today's workshop is. Today we're going to be shining a light on what your normal breathing patterns are. And we're going to be equipping you, we're going to give you the tools and the exercises you need to help mitigate that stress through your breath. I'll be popping in and out of the video, cueing you guys through some of the exercises and drills. So from this point forward, go and turn up the volume so that you can hear our instructor. Her voice is very calm, very soothing, so you may have some difficulty hearing her if your volume is low. So let's get started.
Okay, so I'm going to have you guys sit in a comfortable seat to start. So that might look like sitting like Brittany is, comfortably cross-legged. Or you might sit on a block if you can't sit with your back totally straight. So if you feel pressure on your low back, try sitting on a block or a rolled up towel. Good. Now you can sit cross-legged like that or legs just extended. Whatever's most comfortable on your back. I don't want you to feel any tension, any pulling in the back.
So this is going to be our first drill here. After you've sat down comfortably either on the ground or on top of a yoga block for those who have tight or painful low backs, what we're going to do is we're going to be counting our breaths. We're going to have 60 seconds, we're going to have 1 minute, and it's your job to just breathe naturally, breathe normally, and count how many breaths you have. In and out is 1 breath, and count it for a total of 60 seconds.
Just close your eyes and I'm going to have you count your breath in this minute. So see how many breaths you take in this minute. And I'll have you start counting now. longest minute of your life. And have another 10 seconds. And stop. Okay. Noticing if your breaths were over 8 to 10, raise your hand. So over 8. While you were over 8. So the goal here is to get your breaths closer to 5 breaths per minute. When you breathe at a rate of 5 breaths per minute, we know your heart rate variability is maximized. So we know those feel-good chemicals are starting to go into the bloodstream to help repair your DNA. So that's what we're going for today. So I'd like you to lie down. And you're going to place the towel underneath your head. You're going to place the block on your belly. So as you're lying like this, notice if your shoulders are relaxed and you're hanging on to them. And as you inhale, I want your belly to rise. As you exhale, your belly should fall. As you inhale, your belly should rise. As you exhale, your belly should fall. I want you to notice how long an inhale takes for you, how long an exhale takes for you. So now I want you to play just a little. Inhale through your nose, expand your chest, your rib cage, and now allow your belly to relax. On your exhale, draw your belly button to your spine. Relax your rib cage, chest, breath comes out the nose. As you inhale through the nose, expand the chest, rib cage, relax the belly. Exhale, starting with the belly. Relax the rib cage, chest, breath comes out the nose. Try in that pace. One more breath here. You can let the block go, roll over to one side, and come back up to a seated position. So in this seated position, see if you can place your hands on your clavicle. Like this or across the spine, either way. As you inhale, you feel the breath coming in there. What do you have to do to make the breath come in there? Good. Put some hands on your chest. See here. And you feel the breath here. Remembering that you have to let the belly go at the end of the exhale so that you get the air into the lower lobes of the lungs. Now try it on your rib cage. And you feel the air coming in there. Last, make fists with your hands on your belly. And try it here. Put a little pressure. And you put it on your belly button. And try it now here. You put a little pressure. Notice what happens to your chest. And notice how you feel the breath differently. Good. Relax your hands on your knees. First, I'm going to teach you, we call it ocean breath. So you might see it on the internet as Ujjayi. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth like you're trying to fob up a mirror. Inhaling through the nose. And like you're fogging up that mirror. Do it one more time, just like that, really drawing out your exhale. Now try it with the mouth closed. See if you can make that sound. Sounds like the ocean in the back of the throat, maybe a baby's breath. Can you all hear that sound in the back of the throat? Okay, so if that's easy for you, I want you to try it on the inhale as well. If it's difficult, just stay with the exhale. So when you hear that sound, it tells your body you're safe. It tells your body to relax. It actually activates your vagus nerve, okay, the longest nerve in the body. Your vagus nerve activates your parasympathetic nervous system, where you rest and digest. So anytime you get stressed, this is the breath to use. Say 10 breaths like this will change your physiology. Okay, so now how long is an inhale taking you? How long is an exhale taking you? And has it changed? When you inhale, remember the end of that inhale, you're relaxing your belly. As you exhale, you're drawing your belly button to your spine. So each exhalation should start with your belly, and you should feel at the end of class like you've had a full abdominal workout. So adding on just a little bit. When you want to relax your nervous system, you're going to make your exhales longer. Okay? So try to inhale for a count of 4 and make your exhale 6 or more. So that's how you can fall asleep at night. By really extending that exhalation. But what happens if you're tired? You need to reverse it. You're going to make your inhale longer. So inhale. Let's see if you can inhale for 6 or more. Make your exhale a little bit shorter. What happens if you need to be focused? You really need your brain to work in a very precise manner. You're going to use what we call tactical breath or box breathing. So try to inhale for 3 or 4. Pause the breath at the top for that same number. Exhale for that same number. Pause the breath out. It's like a box. You're going to inhale for 4. Pause the breath at the top for 4. Exhaling for 4. Pause the breath out for 4. And about 2 more times. So those are the breaths that we'll be using today.